After reaching the age of 60, your legs may begin to weaken unnoticed, and many older adults are unaware that the cause might be their fruit consumption. Specifically, your thighs can diminish, your calves may become less firm, and your overall balance can falter. According to the National Institutes of Health, 1 in 3 individuals over the age of 65 currently experiences sarcopenia, a natural age-related decline in muscle mass. Recent studies from 2025 indicate that certain fruits can trigger significant increases in blood sugar, contribute to the breakdown of collagen, and promote chronic inflammation, precisely the combination that degrades lower body strength in aging individuals. One particular fruit has been shown to elevate the risk of falls by 280%, and it is likely already in your refrigerator. This video will reveal the 7 most detrimental fruits for maintaining leg strength, categorized from mildly concerning to critically damaging. Stay tuned, as fruit number 3 has been associated with severe calcium depletion and a 3-fold increase in muscle fatigue, all supported by verifiable research with linked references provided below. Before we proceed, please share in the comments which fruit you consume most frequently, and we will respond with advice on whether it aids or hinders your leg strength. We are actively reading and responding to every comment. Now, without further delay, let us begin with fruit number 7, which many seniors consume first thing in the morning. Number 7, watermelon. While watermelon might appear to be a harmless summer refreshment, being juicy, hydrating, and low in calories, it carries a hidden consequence for seniors. Watermelon possesses a remarkably high glycemic index of 80, meaning it rapidly introduces sugar into your bloodstream, surpassing even a slice of white bread. This abrupt sugar surge causes your insulin levels to rise and then plummet, leaving your muscles without a steady supply of energy. For aging legs that already struggle to maintain their strength, this volatile blood sugar fluctuation can be highly detrimental. Furthermore, despite being composed of approximately 92% water, watermelon provides minimal nutrients essential for muscle preservation, such as magnesium, calcium, or protein. It is also rich in fructose, a sugar that your liver must process. In seniors, particularly those with fatty liver disease, which is quite common, excessive fructose intake can escalate inflammation and exacerbate insulin resistance, thereby preventing glucose from reaching your muscles when they need it most. This leads to delayed muscle recovery, increased fatigue, and, over time, the weakening and thinning of leg muscles. A 2019 study published in the journal Nutrients corroborated that fruits high in fructose, especially those lacking in essential nutrients like watermelon, were linked to diminished lower body function in older adults. The researchers monitored over 1,000 seniors and discovered that those with higher fructose consumption exhibited significantly reduced walking speed and grip strength. What should you do? You do not need to eliminate watermelon entirely, but mindful portion control is crucial. A small cube or 2 on a warm day is acceptable, but it should not become a daily staple. Importantly, never consume it on an empty stomach. Pairing it with a source of protein or healthy fats, such as Greek yogurt or a few almonds, can help mitigate the sharp rise in blood sugar. However, if preserving leg strength is your primary concern, there are considerably better fruit choices available. Up next is a fruit that appears wholesome externally, but can cause considerable harm to your joints, potassium levels, and overall stability. Number 6, fruit juices. This includes even 100% natural varieties. Post the age of 60, your body's ability to process sugar changes. That seemingly innocent glass of fruit juice could be insidiously undermining your leg strength. Even juices labeled as 100% natural or with no added sugar can pose a risk once you have passed middle age. The reason for this is that when fruits are juiced, their fiber content is entirely removed. This fiber is not merely incidental. It acts as a protective barrier that moderates the rate at which sugar enters your bloodstream. Without it, the natural sugars present in fruit are rapidly converted into a surge of glucose that enters your body within minutes. Your blood sugar levels spike, your insulin response becomes excessive, and your muscles are deprived of the consistent energy needed to remain strong. Instead, you initiate a cycle of insulin resistance, inflammation, and accelerated muscle deterioration, particularly affecting your legs. A 2021 study conducted by the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism followed seniors over 65 who regularly consume fruit juice. The researchers observed that these individuals had 34% higher fasting blood sugar levels, a 22% greater likelihood of developing insulin resistance, and a 21% faster rate of leg muscle wasting compared to seniors who consumed whole fruits. The danger extended beyond commercially produced juices. Even homemade, cold-pressed, or organic fruit juices created the same metabolic disruption because the sugar is absorbed too quickly without the moderating effect of fiber. Compounding this issue is that liquid sugar bypasses the body's satiety signals. Consequently, you end up consuming more sugar than you would from the whole fruit without feeling full. This excess sugar is converted into abdominal fat, which amplifies inflammation and directly impacts your quadriceps, glutes, and calves, key leg muscles crucial for balance, posture, and walking ability. This is precisely why seniors who drink juice often report experiencing stiffness, unsteadiness, or unexplained leg fatigue. To safeguard your leg strength, discontinue the consumption of all juices, irrespective of their perceived health benefits. Avoid orange juice, apple juice, grape juice, and mixed fruit juices. Instead, opt for whole fruits, consuming them with the skin whenever possible. Pairing them with healthy fats like nuts or Greek yogurt can further slow down digestion. If you desire a refreshing beverage, try water infused with lemon, mint, or cucumber. It offers a touch of sweetness without the sugar spike. Beyond the age of 60, your muscles can no longer tolerate repeated glucose overloads. Fruit juice, regardless of its natural origin, contributes to a gradual loss of strength with every sip. Number 5. Canned fruit in syrup. This item might currently be stored in your pantry and is considerably more hazardous than it appears. Canned fruit preserved in syrup is arguably the most detrimental fruit-based food a senior can consume. Not only is the fruit itself stripped of its fiber, but it is also inundated with a dense, high-fructose syrup, transforming it into a potent blood sugar stimulant. Even more alarmingly, it actively degrades collagen in your joints, accelerates the breakdown of leg muscles, and intensifies inflammation in your knees, ankles, and hips. The core problem lies in these syrups, which are frequently made from high-fructose corn syrup or refined sugars. Both of these ingredients cause insulin spikes, increase visceral fat accumulation, and worsen metabolic dysfunction. For seniors, this is a calamitous situation. Your leg muscles are already diminishing with age, and your joints are experiencing natural wear and tear. Combining these factors with the recurring sugar surges from canned peaches or pears drenched in syrup creates a perfect storm that leads to leg fatigue, cartilage erosion, and instability while walking. A significant study published in Nutrients in 2020 found that older adults who consumed canned fruits more than twice weekly had a 38% higher risk of developing mobility limitations. The persistent inflammation triggered by high-sugar diets damages the mitochondria within your cells, which are responsible for energy production. When mitochondria function poorly, muscle energy output decreases, repair processes slow down, and strength declines. Moreover, in the absence of fiber to moderate the sugar absorption, the syrup is rapidly assimilated, overwhelming your insulin response and forcing your body into an overactive state. A further concern is what is often absent from canned fruits. Most canned fruits undergo peeling, heating, and soaking processes, resulting in the loss of essential vitamins such as vitamin C, potassium, and folate. These nutrients are vital for collagen synthesis, muscle coordination, and bone protection. Therefore, while the label may indicate peaches or fruit cocktail, what you are essentially consuming is a sweet liquid that fuels inflammation and progressively weakens your legs. If you reach for canned fruit believing it to be a healthy indulgence, reconsider. It is not a beneficial fruit, but a deceptive trap. Opt for fresh whole fruits or frozen varieties without added sugar. Always examine the ingredient list. If it specifies in syrup, your legs are bearing the detrimental consequences. Next, we will discuss a dried fruit that has been marketed as healthy for many years, yet it secretly ranks among the most inflammatory fruits for aging legs. Number 4. Raisins. They appear harmless, are small, and are readily available in every healthy snack aisle. However, for seniors, raisins can represent one of the most insidious threats to leg strength and mobility. The reason is that these shriveled fruits are essentially concentrated sugar, devoid of the water and fiber that naturally occur in whole grapes, which help regulate sugar absorption. Consequently, even a small handful of raisins can cause your blood sugar to spike as dramatically as consuming candy. After the age of 60, your body's efficiency in clearing glucose significantly declines. Your pancreas becomes less responsive, your muscle cells develop insulin resistance, and without the moderating presence of water or fiber, raisins create an ideal scenario for muscle damage, nerve inflammation, and collagen breakdown in the legs. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology revealed that adults over 60 with pronounced post-meal blood glucose spikes exhibited substantially weaker lower limb strength and reduced walking speed. The researchers attributed these recurring glucose surges to accelerated muscle atrophy. However, the issue extends beyond just the sugar content. Raisins also contain compounds known as advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These are formed when sugars interact with proteins in the body, particularly collagen found in your muscles and joints. AGEs contribute to the stiffening of connective tissues, diminish muscle elasticity, and increase inflammation in the knees, ankles, and hips, all of which can impede walking and elevate the risk of falls. To exacerbate the problem, most raisins are processed with vegetable oils or sulfites, both of which can irritate the digestive tract and trigger chronic inflammation, especially in older adults with pre-existing digestive issues or autoimmune tendencies. This inflammation can spread throughout the body, affecting the small muscles responsible for maintaining posture and balance. If you crave something sweet and chewy, consider substituting raisins with a few slices of fresh apple paired with almond butter. Alternatively, blueberries offer beneficial antioxidants without the accompanying sugar crash. However, if raisins are a regular component of your trail mix, oatmeal, or morning muffin, your legs may be suffering the consequences. Coming up is a fruit that masquerades as a tropical wellness booster, yet could be subtly compromising your nervous system and depleting your energy reserves. Positioned at number 3, we have pineapple. It is undeniably sweet, exceptionally succulent, and frequently promoted as a detoxifying food. However, for individuals in their senior years, pineapple might insidiously undermine lower body fortitude, particularly with regular consumption. Pineapple boasts one of the highest fructose concentrations per serving among common fruits. Fructose is metabolized uniquely compared to other sugars. Instead of entering the bloodstream directly for energy, it must first undergo processing in the liver. For aging adults, this hepatic pathway is considerably slower, less effective, and potentially more detrimental than commonly understood. Here's the critical implication. When the liver is burdened by excessive fructose intake, especially from sources like pineapple, it converts this sugar into fat. This can lead to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition now impacting over 60% of seniors who have diabetes or prediabetes. How does this connect to your legs? A compromised liver significantly impairs your body's capacity to store and regulate glucose, which in turn leads to insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and reduced nutrient delivery to muscle tissues. The ultimate consequence is muscle atrophy in the legs, delayed recovery from exertion, and a rapid decline in mobility. A study published in Diabetes Care monitored elderly individuals with diets high in fructose and discovered a 2.5 times greater likelihood of developing lower body frailty compared to those who maintained balanced glucose intake. Adding to the concern, pineapple possesses a glycemic index of almost 60, substantially higher than most berries or citrus fruits. This means it causes a rapid surge in your bloodstream, triggering a significant insulin release that can result in energy crashes, weakness, and fatigue. Over time, these physiological fluctuations can damage your nerves and the blood vessels that supply nourishment to your legs and feet. While pineapple does contain bromelain, an enzyme some claim has anti-inflammatory properties, research indicates its effects are minimal and inconsistent in older individuals, particularly when consumed in sugary canned or juiced preparations. The majority of seniors are likely ingesting far more sugar than they are deriving any benefit from each serving. If you enjoy tropical flavors, consider substituting with papaya. It contains less sugar, more fiber, and has demonstrated an ability to reduce inflammation in diabetic patients. However, for those over 60, pineapple represents one of the quickest routes to diminishing leg strength, one sweet bite at a time. Before we proceed, if you're finding this video valuable, please click the like button and remember to subscribe and activate the notification bell to ensure you don't miss future content. Our second entry is overripe mango. Mango may hold the title of king of fruits, but for seniors over 60, it could be a stealthy saboteur of leg power, especially when past its prime. A single cup of sliced ripe mango contains over 45 grams of sugar, exceeding the amount found in a can of Coca-Cola. Even though this sugar originates from fruit, your aging body processes it in a manner identical to refined sugars. Without sufficient fiber to moderate its absorption, the sugar influx hits your bloodstream forcefully. Insulin levels escalate, inflammation intensifies, and cellular degradation commences. Current research indicates that high fructose fruits like overripe mango accelerate a process known as glycation, where sugar molecules attach to collagen, causing it to stiffen. This collagen is precisely the protein your knees and joints rely on for strength, shock absorption, and flexibility. In a 2021 investigation published in Frontiers in Endocrinology, elderly participants who consumed high fructose fruits experienced a 32% reduction in leg muscle density and a measurable decrease in walking speed within mere weeks. The situation becomes even more problematic. Fructose prompts the release of advanced glycation end products, which not only degrade collagen, but also inflame the nerves and connective tissues surrounding your joints, leading to stiffer legs, slower movement, and an increased risk of falls. While mango may appear fresh, its ripeness only exacerbates its detrimental effects. As it softens and becomes syrupy, it transforms into a sugar overload. It ceases to be a health food. For seniors experiencing knee weakness, tingling in their legs, or slow recovery after physical activity, this sugar bomb acts as fuel for an existing fire. If you have a genuine fondness for mango, consume it before it becomes overly soft, and always accompany it with blood sugar stabilizing foods like Greek yogurt, a small portion of walnuts, or ground flaxseed. However, if your legs already feel unsteady, or your balance is deteriorating, it may be prudent to forgo mango entirely. Your knees will appreciate the respite. Next on our list is a fruit that is soft, sweet, and frequently marketed as a heart-healthy snack. But when it comes to leg strength, it proves to be the most detrimental. At number 1, we have bananas. They are soft, sweet, and commonly positioned as an ideal post-workout refreshment. Yet, for individuals over 60, bananas might be subtly siphoning strength from their legs. The issue is not that bananas are inherently unhealthy, but rather their impact on older bodies that experience a slowing metabolism, insulin resistance, and chronic low-grade inflammation. Bananas have a high glycemic load. A ripe banana can elevate blood sugar levels almost as rapidly as a soda. This occurs because their natural sugars, primarily glucose and fructose, are quickly digested and absorbed due to a lack of sufficient fiber to impede this process. As your blood sugar spikes, insulin levels surge in response. Over time, these repeated insulin surges can weaken muscle fibers, encourage fat accumulation around the thighs and hips, and reduce the uptake of glucose by muscle cells. Consequently, your legs may feel heavier, your gait may slow, and your muscles may not recover their former resilience. A 2019 study featured in Frontiers in Endocrinology found that older adults who consumed diets with higher glycemic loads exhibited significantly diminished quadriceps strength, poorer balance control, and reduced muscle endurance, even when their overall caloric intake was moderate. The researchers emphasized that sugars which are rapidly absorbed are particularly detrimental to leg strength and stability. Furthermore, bananas lack essential amino acids and magnesium, both of which are vital for muscle contraction and proper nerve function. And if you consume bananas daily, believing you are enhancing your potassium intake, consider this. Excessive potassium from dietary sources can have adverse effects on individuals with impaired kidney function, a condition that becomes more prevalent after the age of 60, potentially leading to muscle fatigue, cramping, and slowed movement. If you are a banana enthusiast, do not despair. Simply modify how you consume them. Opt for green or slightly underripe bananas over soft spotted ones. These contain more resistant starch, which does not cause as rapid a blood sugar spike, and never eat them in isolation. Pair them with healthy fats such as peanut butter or a handful of walnuts to mitigate the sugar impact. However, if bananas are a daily staple and you have noticed a decline in leg strength, this seemingly sweet snack might be working against your well-being. Now you possess the complete picture. These 7 fruits, while appearing wholesome, can, for individuals over 60, insidiously damage collagen, exacerbate inflammation, and deplete the very leg strength necessary for maintaining independence. The most disheartening aspect is that most of these fruits are widely promoted as healthy. However, beneath their sweetness lies the potential for weakness. Quite literally, if you experience knee pain, leg fatigue, or a deterioration in balance, the solution might reside within your fruit selection. Therefore, here is your assignment. Declutter your kitchen. Examine your pantry, review the nutritional information on your fruit choices, and begin selecting more astute, senior-friendly options that preserve your leg strength rather than undermining it. Because after the age of 60, every single step carries significant importance. Before you depart, please leave a comment. Which of these fruits did you find most surprising, and which one are you committing to eliminate from your diet first? We review every comment submitted and are dedicated to assisting you in navigating these challenges with scientific insights. Don't forget to subscribe for more health recommendations for seniors, grounded in robust research, because your legs, your joints, and your autonomy deserve superior care. Share your personal experiences and perspectives in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.